Hey, welcome to Mirrorless Image. I'm your wonderful host, J.O.B. Today we have a special guest, brother. Man, I don't know what else to say, man. He everything all
Oh,
around,
man.
all
Hey,
around. Hey, Jamar, what's up, boss?
what's going on, man? How you
How
doing?
you
How you
doing, man?
feeling?
Hey, I'm feeling good, man. I'm
I'm
blessed.
feeling good. Hey, I'm happy to be here, man. St. Peter's beautiful,
Hey, you
dog.
see, man. Hey, y'all see that background? Where we at, man?
We in Vinoy Park, man. We in the heart of the hood. We in the heart of the bird, man.
we hey, Mirrorless Image is everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we gonna be at the beach. We gonna be in alleyways. We gonna be on roads. We gonna be, man, wherever we can go, we
Wherever
gonna
there's air to breathe.
right?
Hey, wherever there's air to breathe, that's where we be.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what? Let's tap into relationships, man.
Okay.
I know a lot of times relationships can be difficult, and I know we've been through heartaches and pain and things
Yeah.
like that of that nature. Um, Tell me what a person should do just from a breakup, at a man's point of view or a man's perspective.
What I believe, this is not a fix all, but what I believe individuals should focus on after a breakup is self healing.
Yeah,
Focus on yourself because most of the time our relationship problems and traumas are a reflection of traumas and problems from our childhood. And if we don't address those, we bring those into relationships and marriages even. So I think focusing on self, healing self
yeah,
through therapy, self-help books, the Bible, really, that's a staple.
yeah.
Being stronger in Christ, understanding what love really is. And it's thoroughly explained in 1 Corinthians 13, 4 through 8. What love really is. So
Yeah,
I think when you got a good relationship with God and you truly know what loves look like in God's image, then you can offer that to someone else. But until then, it's hard. When we doing it on our own, it's hard.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Because sometimes when you're in a relationship and just like, man, all that pain and the suffering comes with it, and you start to lose yourself. I done lost myself a couple times.
Yeah.
Been in a dark place, dark room, and just like, man, no way out. You'll call somebody on the phone. You try to keep them on the phone long as you can,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
so you can feel something else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it sucks, man, just going through that heartache and pain alone, or when you feel alone, but you're really not alone.
That's the beautiful thing about isolation.
Yeah.
A lot of people are uncomfortable being alone.
Mm.
That's why we end up in, I use the word Jada Smith used, entanglements.
Yeah,
Another
yeah.
fashionable word is situationships.
Yeah, yeah,
When we know that God never leaves us, we're never really alone, although we feel we're alone. So isolation is a beautiful thing, is when that connection, it's like a direct line to God. That's when your prayer should be established. It should be stronger. That's when your faith in God should be stronger.
yeah,
That's when, once again, that's when you really know what love is. When you feel like you're alone because it's you thinking it and realizing that God is with you at all times because he never leaves us. We may draw away from him, but he never draws away from us. So when we think that, we're losing a connection with our partner,
yeah.
sometimes it's our mind and not our partner, but
Mm.
we're making it worse because it's like once you made your mind up, that's what you're focused on. You got to prove the point that you're really leaving me or you're
Yeah,
really
yeah.
over me.
Yeah.
And we become unhealthy people.
Nah, for sure, for sure.
So it's like,
Toxic, you know?
the unfavorable word, but it's true.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like understanding ourselves, understanding others, taking time. I believe a lot of times people get so frustrated out of misunderstanding and confusion.
Yeah.
We got to seek understanding with our partners because the way that we want to be loved may not be the way that they want to be loved. So I can't tell you how I can love you if I don't know.
Yeah.
And a woman can't tell us how we want to be loved if she doesn't know. So it's just a healthy balance of understanding each other and taking that time. It's a journey.
Yeah, yeah, for
So,
sure,
yeah.
for sure. Especially communication. Communication is the key.
Yeah.
Because communicate. A lot of people like, man, I'm going home. I'm going in the other room. Nah, let's talk it out. Let's sit down and have a conversation. Let's be two adults about it. Because a lot of times that thing don't happen. That one thing that's so important that we feel like, nah, I'm gonna just brush it off. I could deal with it tomorrow. But nah, sometimes I know sometimes we can have those tomorrow
Yeah.
conversations, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like going to bed mad and
That's
you know
never
what I'm
okay.
saying? Yeah, it's never okay.
I think it's a beneficial thing to understand that at this time we're not going to have a productive
Yeah.
conversation, and give them space to cool off or
Mhm.
calm down. And then when they're ready and you're in a good space as well, because let's think about it. If your workspace is crowded, it's a reflection of your thoughts. Your
Yeah.
thoughts are crowded.
Yeah.
You're everywhere. You're not uniform. But when you have a clean working space, a clean living space, you can have a clear, concise conversation or a clear, concise day.
Yeah.
Everything's easier to find. A solution will be easier to find when your mind is not crowded, when you're thinking clearly,
Yeah.
when you're equally balanced. But if you got all these emotions going on and you're huffing and puffing, you don't even have control of yourself.
Yeah.
Because you're chasing your breath. You're huffing and puffing. You're wearing yourself out. So how are you going to be productive?
Yeah. Yeah.
So taking time to realize right now I'm not the best person to have a conversation with because either I'm trying to prove a point or I'm just upset and I need to take time to become one approachable, because we have to let our guard down and be vulnerable with our partner.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the
Absolutely.
same with them.
Yeah.
Be open and vulnerable with us as well. And once we get to that space, that's when we can have the most productive conversations. And that's when love can be shown the most, I believe.
So do you believe the first date is very important?
The first date?
Yeah. Because, sometimes people always say, man, first date is the it's the lovey-dovey stage, it's the cuddle stage, it's the trying to show and prove stage, right? Or if we put a term to it, right? Like what do you think that first date would look like on your end if when it comes to taking someone out, if you know what I'm saying?
My belief is dating should be an introduction to your world.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we often come short on, is we're trying to impress the women
Yeah.
instead of allowing them to come in a space that we already know to enjoy. Like if you like bowling, take her out bowling.
Right.
Because
Right.
one, it'll show how competitive you are,
Yeah.
how competitive she is. Can you deal with each other's competitiveness?
Yeah.
Is it healthy competitive? But if you just go there and you're just sitting there eating and having an interview, you're not really getting to see the personality.
Nah,
It's confined.
For sure.
So I feel like
Somewhere fun.
Yes.
More exciting.
Show your personality.
Okay.
If you like to go to the beach,
Yeah.
just to listen to the water, introduce them to that space. So when you get in a relationship with that person, you say, hey, I'm going to go to the beach.
Yeah.
She already knows he's been doing this. This is what he likes to do. She'll know where you go.
Yeah.
She won't have to worry about you going to someone else and seeking understanding through them. No, he's just going to clear his thoughts. If you say I'm going to the bowling alley, okay, he's going to the bowling alley.
That's his thing.
He's gonna let loose.
I like going to the movies.
Okay,
that's
he's gonna go to the movies.
I know it kind of sound, because a lot of people be, some guys be like, man, I can't go to the movies by myself. What you think about that?
What?
I heard a lot of people told me like, man, I can't be in the movie theater by myself, and I'm like, how? Like,
But before COVID, I used to go to the movie theaters.
Yeah.
So I checked out Queen and Slim, which I think is a classic. I think
Okay.
it's highly underrated.
Yeah.
And I checked out Just Mercy with Jamie Foxx, and I believe
That's
it was
a
Michael
good movie. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan.
Very good movie.
That's a good movie.
And what it was I was off Wednesdays, Thursdays.
Yeah.
And man, you would see,
That's when I go Thursday.
you would see the couples in there, the
Yeah.
married couples, or you would see the mom and daughters sharing that experience. But once again, if you're always with someone, you'll never get to appreciate what's around you because you'll be so focused on them.
Yeah.
So knowing yourself, knowing how to let loose, you know what helps you say,
Yeah.
But if you don't know that and you're trying to make someone else happy and you're failing at that, or you feel like you're failing at that,
Yeah.
and you have no outlet, you're going to become an unhealthy person. you may not be ready for that relationship that you desire.
Absolutely.
So yeah. What do you feel about first dates? What do
Man,
you think about that?
I think first dates is very important.
Okay.
Definitely show that vulnerability, because sometimes people be in that shell
Yeah.
so tight, like you say, like they won't break that wall. They have so many walls up
Yeah.
that you climbing, what I'm saying? Like you climbing the mountain.
Yeah.
And some people get, what, man, I ain't finna climb this mountain too much longer. I'm finna turn around and go back to you know what I'm saying?
So where would you take a lady out on a first date?
To me, I would take her to the beach.
Okay.
I kind of like going to the water and looking out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I sometimes I come out by myself, sit down on the bench,
Okay.
and just man, just enjoy the breeze. And I like going at nighttime though.
Okay.
Because it ain't too many people out. All right, when the sun's finna drop, that's the perfect time. I think a lot of people leaving with the kids and this and that, families. I don't like going on the weekends. I kind of like going during the weekdays. Less crowded. I think I'd take her out. First date would be a beach day. You
doing a picnic, or you just
picnic? You know what I'm saying?
So
romantic.
Would you bring it?
Open the door, it closed. Yes sir, no.
Okay.
Yes sir, no sir. Yes ma'am, no ma'am.
So you bringing any special dish, or you just gonna bring something that's store bought, some fruit?
Yeah, I'm gonna get some healthy stuff, fruit. I probably no cheese, because some people lactose intolerant.
Yeah,
I can't
cheese, man.
Can't do that.
That'll end the date. The date will be over.
Ain't no milk. You know what I'm saying?
The date will be over. Sorry, I wanted to spend more time with you, but this cheese and this milk just ain't agreeing.
So yeah, I have some some fruit.
Okay.
I think some fruit. We have some sandwiches.
Okay.
No.
You making the sandwiches or store bought?
Nah, I'm gonna make them, because I think when you go to like Publix, don't get me wrong, Publix is the truth.
Yeah.
When it comes to little subs here
But
and
when
there.
you live in Florida all your life, Publix kind of becomes the new fad for out of towners that's moving in, or tourists. You know?
For sure.
We've been here our whole life, so
yeah. I just like when I make my sandwich, I dip the meat into some Greek garlic. Man, it's I'll put you on one day.
So
I'll teach you the secret one day.
We can't just skip over that. So, what type of meat you using?
I use man,
turkey or chicken or
probably no turkey.
Okay.
Might be chicken, but nowadays a lot of people vegetarians and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'll have to find that out before I get on that first date. Our conversation, whether we talk on the phone or however we meet. Hopefully we should be talking on the phone before we had that first date, so I know some information about the person.
You gotta do some vetting.
Yeah, for sure. Because you never know. You might. What if you just meet her at, hey, can I take you out? Oh, when tomorrow? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now you gotta what? Nah, that's too much.
But if you like going to Starbucks or Dunkin' or Smoothie King, that's
I go to Wawa's too.
See, but you gotta know yourself to be able to do that. Sure. Because once again, dating is really just inviting someone into your world.
Yeah.
If you fake it, you're not gonna make it.
Of course.
Because you only gonna do things that you think is impressive to her, and then when she's no longer impressed, or she's like, okay, so what do you like?
Yeah, for sure.
And you're like,
yeah, you're
I
right.
don't know.
Yeah.
Well, you should know. But we get caught up on that.
Nah,
I mean,
sure.
I was very caught up on like, oh, I'm gonna take her to this place because I think she's gonna like it. And it took me a very long time to think, you know what? It's a form of introducing someone to my world.
Yeah.
And I need to take the time to know what I like to do, to allow someone to come in that space and say, okay. Because they may have experienced it with someone else, but that person didn't thoroughly enjoy it. They were maybe trying to impress them.
Yeah.
But now this is something that I really enjoy. This is something that I really do. So let's go have a ball.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if you ever experienced this in your previous relationships, but you'll ask them, hey, what you want to eat? Nah. No, what you, she'll bring she'll throw the question back at you. What you want to eat? Whatever you want to go.
Throw that question away.
You name one restaurant you want to go. Nah, I don't want no seafood. I want Red Lobster. No, I don't want no Red Lobster. So then she like, you know what? She like Olive Garden. Hey, let's go to Olive Garden. Okay, let's go. You know what I'm saying?
I changed my mind. I don't really got a taste for Olive Garden. I was just throwing something. But that's when you just go ahead and say, you know what, I'm going here. What would you like?
What would you like? Matter of fact, we can go to 2 places.
And there's nothing wrong with going to a place.
Yeah, yeah.
And then she say, I really don't like that.
I ain't nothing wrong with it.
Trial and error.
I done been on a date to where I literally picked up something from one place.
Yeah.
And then we went to a whole nother place, and we went to like 3 places.
Oh wow.
And then got some smoothies from Tropical Smoothie. But other than that, yeah, it was amazing. Like, we had plenty of fun, you know.
Yeah.
I enjoyed myself.
There's no need for perfection.
No need at all.
Nah.
You know.
But okay, so tell me this. I feel like cooking for someone is very intimate.
Yeah.
I think it might be taken for granted.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that?
Nah.
Because it's like my heart and my soul
Nah.
going into this.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. My cooking is amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Come on,
I'm just speaking facts. You know what I mean?
Is this self-proclaimed, or do we have to go on Yelp
Hey, man,
and check the
hey.
reviews? Do you got 5 stars or do you got 1 star?
I learned a lot over the years. You know what I mean?
Okay. What's your number one dish to prepare?
I know a lot of people that know me gonna say, yeah, it's
Okay.
official, man. Curry chicken.
Curry chicken?
Yeah, you know my people's from the island, so
Okay.
yeah.
You got the rice and peas? Cabbage? Plantain? Because you know I
Man, hey, I'm going in, man.
I go to the Jamaican spot every now and then.
Man,
Now.
hey, I be challenging people that cook.
Oh yeah,
for years.
So you official then?
Man, I'm official, bro.
Okay.
I'm the man.
So when they have a curry, when they have a island cook-off,
Hey,
Jo in the building.
let me know.
Okay.
Let me know, and I'm there.
Okay.
2 pots full, you know.
Oh, whoa.
2 jumbo pots.
Cook 'em up, shout it.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
You
sir.
official then.
I'm official, bro.
Okay.
So like everybody know, I had a contest with my brother one time.
Really?
He made curry chicken. I said, bro, this ain't it. I had to tell him. I said, bro, this ain't it.
So you
He came over. Literally, I taste the food. He gave the food to my mom's. I ate the food. I said, bro, this ain't it, dog. But I'm gonna eat this though. You know what I'm saying? Because I respect you.
Oh
You
my
get what I'm
God.
saying? Dog, he came over the next day.
You put it on her?
Jay, you got me.
Damn.
bro. That's all he can say. Jay, dang, what you put in here, dog? How you did this?
Finger looking good.
Bro,
Okay.
I'm the truth.
Okay.
Hey, that's with anything, really. You know what
Hey.
I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I'm respecting it. I ain't checking it. I'm respecting it.
You know what I
am
mean?
not checking it. You
Nah, I
understand?
think to me, cooking is like, you know, a person who dance.
Yeah.
You know, it's very serious. It's that craft. It's that art. It's the feeling. It's the emotion. It's the pain. It's everything you put into this pot.
Absolutely.
This, you know what I'm saying? I think it's that deep, bro.
Absolutely.
And I put forth I put my best foot forward, bro, when I cook, cause I think it's important to do that. You know what I'm saying? Cause, bro, you don't want to cook something bad. Somebody be like, bro, what's this? You cooking for a date? Imagine you cook for a woman you just met. You don't really know
She
her.
say this ain't it.
She might not even tell you. She cooked. She spit that. As soon as you turn around, hey man, I feel sick. I gotta go
Oh
home.
my God, it's not agreeing with me. Don't get that.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, cook what you know.
Yeah. I think it's important, man, to really learn new skills, whether it's cooking or whatever you do.
Yeah.
Sit there and practice. You know, practice make what?
Yeah.
Perfect, you know what I'm
And it's
saying?
a form of, like I said, it's a very intimate thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those things when you're designing a dish, a meal for a specific person,
Yeah.
that has to come from love. If you're just doing it and you feel like you're being held hostage or you're forced to do it, that's not gonna be no good dish.
Nah, it ain't.
That dish is not gonna turn. She's gonna tell you this is not it. Eject. Reject. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going home.
Yeah. This is it.
I'm going
sorry.
home.
Let's never do this again. But-
So, I got a question. What do you think about those guys, you know, going overseas and finding them wives and
Oh, the passport bros.
yeah,
Is that what they call themselves?
yeah. What you think about that? Like, do you think the women in America is difficult compared to the ones overseas?
Well, I guess we're talking about our community. So
Our community, yeah,
we're
yeah.
talking
I'm
about the
speaking
black
on,
women,
yeah, yeah. I'm speaking on
black
our
women and
community.
men. So I believe that black men have to do the work. Like I said, you have to do the work. You can't pacify situations. There's not going to be a situation where a woman is just going to completely shut her mouth and not express herself. And you shouldn't want a woman like that.
Yeah.
And I think from what I've seen is they go overseas to get women that don't really
And it
express themselves.
and it, I don't mean to cut you off, but most of the guys that's doing this, it's not even just our community. It's like it's white, Puerto Rican.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty much across the board.
Whatever floats your boat. If that's how you found love,
Yeah,
more power to you.
yeah,
But I feel like there's so many things going on here. And if we take a step back, there's no real connection. There's no real community anymore.
yeah.
We're so technology and social media dependent that we don't really interact with each other. So how could we understand each other when we don't interact with each other? Like I don't have a sister. I never had a sister. So how could I say, oh, I know women, when I could never get a woman's perspective from a sister standpoint?
Yeah.
Or, I have female cousins, but we're not close. So I can't really go to them and ask them for advice. So I have to take the time to learn women and interact with women, not necessarily pursuing them in a sexual manner, but just getting to know them at a friendship level to where they're interested in protecting me and my well-being, and the same for them, from my side. If I see a dude that's not good for him, hey,
Yeah. Got to speak up.
got to speak up.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. 'Cause I have sisters, but I didn't grow up with them.
Okay.
So I just found out I had 2 sisters in the island. I've been knew about them,
Yeah.
but I just now, not too long ago, reached out, started speaking to them.
Okay.
So, and then I have 2 younger sisters that's here, but I haven't seen them in a long time.
Okay.
But, that's a situation between me and my father.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's kind of like a back and forth. Especially like, matter of fact, let's talk about childhood too. Because, a lot of times these wounds we still carry on until our adulthood. And I think that's important, man, to really go back and tap into your childhood, man, because a lot of those things, those childhood traumas that we still dealing with, the kid that's inside of me is still hurting sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. There's things that you want to tell your dad that you're not comfortable or you're scared to say to your dad that you'll say to a woman.
Yeah.
And she's not the person that's supposed to take those blows. But that's what happens when you hold things in for so long. That's why I said we got to take our time to heal. When you asked me that question earlier about what should a man do after breaking up, we have to take time to heal.
Yeah, for sure.
We deserve that for ourselves, one.
Yeah.
And really, if you're doing it for anyone else, you're doing it for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
Now, other people should benefit from you doing your work, your inner work,
Mhm.
healing. Your wife should benefit from that. Your children should benefit from that. But you have to be the sole purpose. You have to be tired of holding things in
Yeah.
and hurting.
Yeah.
There's things that you just got to tend to. You can't ignore or neglect. You got to maintain your mental health. We have to maintain our physical health, financial, spiritual, before we can try and bring someone else in and maintain them
Absolutely.
and the aspects that they have in their lives.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think childhood traumas is the greatest plague. It's how we shape. That's how we're shaped.
Yeah.
Our minds, the way we think, the way we pursue, the way we react. There's grown men out here that still react as a little 5th grader,
Yeah.
but you're a grown man. So the things you did as a child, you can no longer do as a grown man because it comes with heavier consequences.
Mm.
As a child, you can go in school suspension or be suspended from school.
Yeah.
As an adult, you go to jail or prison.
No, absolutely. You're right.
So,
Yeah.
Don't hit that woman because the bully back then hit you, or your dad might have abused you, or maybe your mother because she didn't do it.
Yeah.
That's not where you unleash your frustration.
Yeah.
Or that child. Children become abused by their parents. They're not even mad at the child, but the child is the closest thing to let loose on.
Yeah.
So I think we as a community have to heal. We have to take the time to do that work. We have to take that time to let those traumas from our childhood, that pain from our childhood, be attended to.
Yeah.
So our families that we desire to have, or we already have, can benefit from us doing that work.
Absolutely. I talk to a lot of parents, about just that childhood trauma, and I like to tell the parents, they have to take accountability, because a lot of times those things are caused from the parent, and the parent don't really understand the child. So you got two perspectives. You got the parent saying, "Nah, I'm trying to raise him the best way I can, and this the best way I know how." And then you got the kid over here saying, "Man, it's hard. He's beating me. I feel like I'm getting tortured. Like it's not right." So you got two perspectives, and sometimes the parent need to sit down and really listen to the child and hear him out.
My bad for cutting you off.
Nah, you good.
I reflected on my relationship with my father.
Mm-hmm.
And what I gathered from it was my father was doing the best he could with what he knew.
Yeah.
The way he thought that fatherhood was the way he tried to father me. But just like I said, we can't tell someone how they need to be loved. They have to tell us.
Yeah, for sure.
Humans don't come with a manual for you to read, but they can tell you everything you need to know about how to love them and how to help them.
Yeah.
Starting from children. Once a child grows their vocal cords and they get to talk and they learn how to talk and use their words, they know how to say, "No, daddy. No, mommy. I don't like that."
Yeah.
But the adult, especially in our community, I can't speak on other communities, they'll be
Right.
like, "You don't know what you want. You don't know what you like.
Yeah. You
But
too young to know this.
You too." But that's the type of limitation people will put on you.
Yeah.
That's the type of limitations your friends will put on you. "Man, I'm going to go for this." "Man, you're not finna go for that. You don't know nothing about that." But you can go figure it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Support system is not about keeping me where I'm at
Yeah.
or holding on to me or protecting me. Don't protect me from anything. Prepare me for it.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? I want you to do the best you can do. And if it gets hard, you can call on me. And we're going to pray through this thing, and you're going to endure and overcome everything that comes in your path.
Yeah.
Bruh, go forward. That's what we should be hearing.
Absolutely.
Instead of, "You don't know what you want to do. You don't want to do that. That's too hard.
Yeah.
You want to move that far? You sure you want her? You sure you want to marry her?"
Yeah.
Nothing's perfect, but everything's worth it if that's really your dream. We have to accept the good and the bad. And I feel like that's one part of Christianity that isn't explored often.
Yeah.
God is not for the good times. God is for the rough times. That's when God steps in. That's when God has to be the rock.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not when everything is perfect and life is going good and you're living lavish and everything's going as planned. No,
Yeah.
you got to know God when it's, I don't know how this bill is going to get paid. I don't know where the next meal is going to come from. I don't know how this is going to happen. But knowing that God is going to make it happen on time. Not when you want to because it makes you comfortable, but when it needs to happen.
Absolutely.
And so with relationships, it's not going to be perfect. They're going to be up and down. Are you truly committed to this woman? Yeah, she got all the looks. She know how to do all the right things. But when she's having off days, when she's going through rough patches, when she lose that job, when she go through a medical issue, whether it be cancer or anything,
Yeah.
are you going to be the same man? Are you really going to be dedicated? Are you going to remember those little things that she liked? That favorite ice cream that she has? Her favorite flower? What cheers her up? When she introduced you into her world while dating? That's the things that we have to look at as perspective. And it goes back to childhood. When a child says, "No, I don't like that," okay. I don't believe, and I'm not a parent, so I can't tell anyone how to parent.
Yeah.
But I don't believe a parent knows everything for their child. I think the most popular parenting style is a form of protection instead of preparing.
Yeah.
I believe when parenting goes from protecting to preparing, you will have a lot more happier adults, because you have some kids that grow up and they say, well, I was rebellious, my parents were too strict,
Yeah.
my parents wouldn't allow me. If we allow people to be people, if we allow children to be children, everything doesn't have to come with punishment or spanking. Correct me out of love. Don't punish me out of frustration.
Yeah.
You know, seriously,
Yeah.
it's a lot of things that came from me and my father where I don't think he understood what I needed. I didn't need him to yell at me at times. I needed him to say, you know what, you made a mistake and it's okay, and I love you. Okay, I got your back. For him to know, like, I'm going to fail at something, and it's okay if I fail at it.
Yeah.
But to show me that you failed and I'm still here, man, I probably would have been a completely different person. I probably would have been married with 4 or 5 kids already, man, in the hills somewhere.
Right.
You know?
Sitting lovely.
Man, what? $500,000 something, you know? But I'm thankful for my father. And we had this conversation just the other night. His birthday was this past Monday. And I told him, I said, for the longest time, I didn't understand him. It was extremely hard for me to understand him.
Yeah.
And I said, I still don't fully understand him. But I understood that he did the best that he could.
Yeah.
Was it my expectations? Did it meet my expectations? No. But he did the best he could. How can I knock him for that? My father didn't have his father. His father died in a car accident. He doesn't speak often on his father, so I can only assume that that's a hurtful thing, that he grew up without his father. So I got to be thankful that he attempted to be there for me. Now, was he the ideal father? No. But he grew up without a father.
Yeah.
So I can't really be hard on him. I have to be compassionate and graceful. I have to afford him grace. Because although I received some of his wounds, it wasn't intentional. And when I took my emotions out of, man, my dad wasn't what I wanted him to be, and I had to sit back and be considerate of him,
Yeah.
that's when I learned my energy and my anger was in the wrong space, because he was still hurting, and he probably still is hurting to this day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've had more resources, therapy, time to reflect, and other things to make better decisions. So when I do have children, hopefully, I have a great impact. Will I be great? Who's to say?
Yeah.
But if my kids come back to me one day and say, Dad, you're the best dad, or you're the greatest dad, job is done.
Of course. Of course.
Job is done.
Hey, well done. Well done.
Thy faithful servant. Oh, okay. We ain't gonna go there. We ain't gonna go there. Oh, okay.
So, question. I want to tap more into your father. I know you said a lot just now, right? So you and your father didn't have a good relationship growing up, because my father. Before you tap in, I'm gonna give you some information about me. My father, he was in and out growing up.
Yeah.
A lot of things as a kid you don't know. Sometimes he promised me things and didn't show, and it hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I used to cry about it, but sometimes I think I never truly. I'm still dealing with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It still hurts sometimes. Just
Yeah.
thinking about it.
Yeah.
So my father, this is just my perspective, right? And I'm not knocking nothing he got going on. He might feel a different type of way towards me.
Absolutely.
But we haven't had that conversation. But he wasn't there, A lot of times I grew up not knowing how to become a man.
Mm-hmm.
I had brothers I had to look up to.
Mm-hmm.
And they was led astray. They didn't have a father.
Yeah.
So I'm looking up to someone that someone else that doesn't have a father as well.
Yeah.
You know, so it's difficult having a, you know, having a mom that's single, raising 3 boys.
Yeah.
Man, it's not easy. We done a lot of bad things, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of heartaches, a lot of pain. I know my mom probably went through. Just knowing I'm still learning myself right now. Like, I'm still adapting to life and still coping with some of my past traumas, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think having a father is very important, man. Like, if my father was in my life, like you say, man, it's no telling. Sky's the limit,
Yeah.
right? Having a loving father, someone that tells you, man, son, I love you.
Yeah.
You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have those things. I didn't find Christ didn't find Christ until 2 years ago. You know, I really tapped into that, but that's a whole nother story. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I was one of those kids. My dad told me not to do something, I want to do it.
You did it.
He told me not to grow my hair out, I did.
Yeah.
Told me not to get my ears pierced, I did.
Yeah.
You know, and it was just, only reason I did that is because he said I never did nothing he said, and that was a lie. You know, so it's like, dang, I did everything you told me to do. I never got arrested.
I might as well do what you said.
I might as well do the opposite because this ain't working for me.
Yeah.
So let me do the other side. Let me see what's on the other side of that. Why is he saying what he's saying? Why do he have these thoughts of control or not allowing me to become a man or my own man, should I say? And I have my own thoughts. So it's things like that kind of played in my life, and to this day I'm still dealing with it.
So with me and my dad, I found out that that was the source of my traumas and relationships when I actually took time to go to therapy. And my trauma came from feeling like I had to show my dad that I was deserving of his love. Not saying that he told me I wasn't, but I felt that way. And so I was the same way. Like if a woman got upset with me, I would feel like I had to show her like it's okay to like me, like I'm not a bad guy, or it's okay to keep me in her life. And you'll lose being yourself by trying to satisfy someone else.
Yeah.
And I had to focus on myself to realize that's what I was doing. And you can become overbearing and smothering when you're trying to prove yourself worthy of being in someone's life.
Yeah.
And so with he and I, I had to learn my father. I had to learn how my father reacts to things, what my father says, what to ignore, what not to ignore. When to take him serious, when not to take him serious, when to give him space. And as a child, that seems like a lot. You feel like, I shouldn't have to do this, I'm the child. Because the first thing they're going to tell you is, listen to me, I'm the parent.
Yeah.
But we have to put the work in. I can't pacify our situation by saying, I'm the son. You need to fix the problem. I'm an adult now. I had to take time to learn my father, one. But mainly, forgive him. When even not understanding, I'm still trying to understand him. Like I told him, I don't understand you fully, but I have a gist of what I think you were attempting to do.
Yeah.
In my life. And so I forgave him, one, because that's number one, forgiving. Two, I had to learn him. I had to focus on not looking at my father as my father, but my father as the little boy. Because all that you and I and everyone else is a reflection of the little us. It was viral pictures going around with black men looking in the mirror and seeing the little them crying, or the traumas that they suffered, and even little girls. And so I had to stop looking at him as an adult and look at him as the kid that lost his father in a car accident. That he doesn't talk about. And when I start looking at it from that perspective, that's when I start being able to show more grace. That's when I start being more patient with my father. that's when I started being more understanding.
Yeah.
Because when you got two men defending their masculinity
Mm-hmm.
and willing to go to extreme lengths to defend their masculinity, it's not going to work. Something bad is going to eventually happen. Either it's going to be bad arguments, it's going to be hurtful words said, and some kids fight their parents, women or men,
Yeah.
as boys and girls. You know, you I'm pretty sure you heard the stories about teenagers fighting their parents.
Oh yeah.
Like what?
Kids killing the parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like understanding the way you treat me is not based off who you are today. It's based off the traumas and the problems that you experienced as a child. Is why you handle me the way you handle me. Why you react the way you react. Because I'm remembering you as something that hurts.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing with us. When we take time to look at little us, little J.O., little Jamar, do the work, figure out what triggers us, what sends us off,
Yeah.
why we react the way we react, what gets reactions out of us, that's when we can become more in control of our lives.
Yeah. Definitely a lot of patience. Takes a lot of patience.
That's the number one thing I believe God gives us.
Yeah.
Because think about giving us all the things that we need. If we just put in the work and we read, one, know the word, two, and then actually put the work in,
Yeah.
we could have the life that we desire.
Of course.
And I was talking to one of the guys, Aaron, and I told him,
Ayo.
I said, yeah, Ayo, for sure. You know, that's my boy.
Ayo.
I said, I think I found the way to have a successful life. I said, look at life as a triangle, right? Equilateral triangle.
Yeah.
At the top, you got God. On the right, you have balance or serenity. And on the right one, you have adjusting. So keeping God as our head of our lives is number one.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever religion you practice, because people practice different religions, I respect it all.
Yeah.
I'm not, I choose to follow Christ, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Other people follow other things and it works for them. I respect that. But having God in your life, understanding balance, serenity. What I can control, I'll control.
Yeah.
What I can't control, I let go. And understanding the difference.
Yeah.
Work towards the things that you can actually affect and actually change. And those that you can't, why waste your energy on it? And then being willing to adjust. Nothing's going to come perfect. Every road got a curve.
Yeah.
And every word has another word adjacent to it. It's up to you to take that path to venture off to get to your destination. And sometimes you're going to have to run through a detour.
Yeah.
We ran through detours coming here.
Yes, sir.
We had to adjust. We had to go around to get to where we had to go, which is here.
Yeah.
Took us a little longer,
But we here.
but we here.
What, man? I want to get a shout out to Ayo, man.
Shout out
Ayo. Hopefully Ayo listen to this whole.
So
send the link.
I really got to give a shout out to E first.
Okay.
Because he was the first
Big
one.
E.
Because he was the first one that I met at Ivor.
Yeah.
You,
Yeah.
Ayo, K Dot. Y'all the reason why I make TikToks.
Appreciate you, man. All glory be to God.
And then I brought it over to Instagram, so we're gonna try and get it going on Instagram. But you guys were the one that told me, hey, you got something in you that you need to let the world see.
Let
So
your light
y'all helped
shine,
me-
man.
Y'all helped me realize the blessing that God blessed me with,
Yeah,
the gift of God,
for sure.
and for the greater good. So yeah, man, I appreciate y'all. Salute to all y'all.
Man, we appreciate you, man. You actually used to always tell me, Jay, let your light shine. Like
Come
you
on,
told
man.
me today.
Come on, man.
So I definitely honor that, man. The Bible say, let your light shine so they may see your good works. So
They
you
gotta-
glorify the Father which is in heaven,
they
so,
gotta know who talking.
yeah, so they can, yeah, so let me say that verse over again. If Bible say, let your light shine so they may see your good works. Or really, if you read the KJV version, because a lot of King James version guys out here, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. But you gotta really know. Okay.
They say, let your light shine. And, well, for men, so
Uh-huh.
they see your good works, right?
Yeah.
You know, and so they can glorify the Father which is in heaven, man. So
Yeah, man.
I do all things for the glory of God, and
Come on.
nah, I
man.
appreciate you because God used the same Spirit that's in me is in you.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the Holy Spirit. So I appreciate you too, bro, for sure. You push me, keep me going, keep me focused, keep me running.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people, sometimes I want to quit.
Yeah.
I know you probably have thoughts too, but that's the flesh, you know.
Yeah.
So we just keep fighting the good fight of faith, and we fighting against the seen and the unseen.
Yeah.
So and we understand that, and we do need like-minded individuals around us,
Yeah.
so we can stay on that straight
You
and
got
narrow.
to.
You know what I'm saying?
You
Because
got to.
I can't do this by myself, bro.
I tell people this all the time. Jesus had 12 disciples. Who am I to think that I can conquer this world by myself?
Right.
The man himself
Yeah.
had 12 disciples walking with him on this. Who am I
Who am I?
to think that I'm going to conquer this world by myself?
Exactly. You know.
Okay. Try
I wait.
Try to see. Be over there passed out. Summertime in
Man, where
Florida.
Jamar at, man?
He over there dead.
Oh, he went up to be with the Lord?
Yeah. He couldn't wait. He couldn't wait.
Oh, he made it.
Yeah.
Not in this world, though.
Okay. What you doing up here?
Oh,
You too
man.
young. Well, I was just trying to do it. Well, did you use the people that I put around you? No, I did it by myself, God. Well, you didn't do it. You up here.
Hey, it's this video on YouTube, man. I'm going to send you the link later. But hopefully if I can find it, I'll put it in the description at the bottom.
Okay.
Man, this dude, he leaving his job, right? And he said, yes, I quit. Thank you, God. Yes, I quit. I'm done. Forget this job. God spoke to him. I ain't tell you to quit. Hey, I ain't tell you to quit.
This is not a we thing. This is a you.
God, you said he was going to bless me. I said I ain't tell you I was going to bless you outside of the job. I was going to bless you in the job.
I think that's something that a lot of us have to deal with
Yeah.
because it's uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
I thought that I was going to be gone out of the postal service.
Me too.
I thought I was out of there. Oh, I'm finna move to a new city.
Yeah.
I'm finna have new opportunities. God was like, nope. And God spoke to me really once I got to Tampa, PNDC.
Mm-hmm.
When I went into the maintenance department, that's when I learned about maintaining. That's when I know about neglect.
Yeah.
That's how I could identify when I'm neglecting those that are in my life and matter. And when I'm maintaining those relationships and maintaining those connections, we have to take time to maintain. And if we choose not to maintain, we neglect them, and that's when it become unfavorable relationships.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, God is good. Like you said, man,
God is good,
God
man.
speak to me. I know He speak to you.
Yeah.
And sometimes we'll try and take His words and twist them like humans.
Right.
You know, like
right.
it's like, oh Jay, you told me you were gonna do this, and you like, nah, I didn't.
Nah, I ain't.
It's the same thing. People do the same thing with God.
Nah, for sure.
God be
for
like,
sure.
yeah. One thing about God is God is gonna bless you His way.
Yeah.
You may want to quit the job. That's okay. That's what you want, but that's not what God wants.
Right. That's not what we want. For sure.
And so many people were not like in a place or an environment that they're in that they feel like they need to leave.
Yeah.
But God said, I prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies.
Yeah.
So why are you trying to avoid the enemy when the table was supposed to be prepared in front of them?
Right.
You're not letting God show them that, yeah, you try to stop what I had planned for them, but let me show you how great I am.
Yeah.
So when people start trying to avoid the uncomfortable and they actually allow things to go according to God's plan and not theirs, I believe life will be easier. You know, once again, that's that whole balance thing.
Yeah.
Realizing like, God, this is all you. This ain't even me. This is out of the things that I can naturally change or impact. This has to come from you.
Yeah.
And I allow you to do your thing.
For sure.
You know, and whatever blessing you got for me, I accept.
Yeah.
And understand that the blessings are going to make you grow.
Absolutely.
So just because God's going to bless you don't mean that life's going to be easier. No, you're going to grow. That's why they say, like, be careful what you pray for. You ask for strength. Be ready for hard times.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
we just gotta be mindful of the things of what God actually has planned for us. Is not what we want.
Yeah.
It's what He has for us.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Hey, tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, or Brothas Perspective. So that's Brothas, BROTHAS Perspective.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
feel like spelling out perspective. That's too long. I get it.
Too long.
Yeah, I'll be here all day.
Hey, man, it was good having you, man.
Appreciate
you
it.
Definitely got. Hey, this guy right here, he's coming back. More information.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it, man. Let's make this an annual thing.
Hey,
like Vlad and Bootsy.
Listen, as long as they're air in our lungs, we can make anything happen,
Hey,
man.
yes, sir. Good having you, boss.
Appreciate it.